or shares and dividend? Quadratic was easy. Okay, we'll start with quadratic equation. Shares and dividend is arithmetic, students. It is similar to which chapter is that? Same, you have to use percentage, fraction, all those concepts in shares and dividend. We'll start with quadratic. Quadratic is comparatively easy. Okay, we'll try to complete in 1 week. So hereafter, don't need to solve all the questions. All important questions from previous year we'll solve. Just limited question is enough. We'll try to complete the portions. And one more thing, quadratic equation, shares and dividend. See this paper, the question paper which I sent. The first question was from linear inequation, right? 4 marks. This question, whatever question marks I have given here, it is according to board exam. Even in board exam, this is how they have said 3 marks, 4 marks question. Your rate of interest, you have to find rate of interest. You'll have two equations. Those are going to write it today. Naomi, listen carefully. Naomi, Lemula, not Lemula. Naomi, Joanna, Mariana. Okay. The second question, students, what you'll have to find here? You have to find the rate of interest. And what is given? If he gets 15,600 at the time of, so what is this 15,600? Yes. So you have to use two formulas here, maturity value and interest formula. It's a basic question. Use both the formulas, you'll be able to do. Next. This might be a bit tough. Sine and cos is given, cosec and sec. Right hand side we have cosec sec minus 2 tan theta. Try to use sine cos. There is no square relation. Okay, try to use sine cos and solve this. We'll see. Mostly a square minus b square you have to solve. Then dice question. How many dice are rolled here? 2 dice. So what will be the sample space for 2 dice? For 1 die, how many sides we have? 6, right? For 2 dice, it should be 6 square, 36. Okay, doublet of even number, all these questions. Then, one more proving question. Which formula do we use, students? Which formula we use here? Yes, unmute and answer. Which formula? Yes. Left hand side a cube plus b cube. You'll get a plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. It gets cancelled. Simple question. We have already done it. Okay. Even previous years they have given this cube question. Try that. Next, look here. Read the question. Don't blindly solve this. Read the question. Shadow falls on the ground 10 meters. Read all this. Then you have two equations. You have two right angles. Solve for both the right angle. You will find the value of h. You have to find height, not x. Okay, you have to find the value of h. Remember that. Then this equation, it's a basic question. 140 is given. If you want to find x, you should know the property. If you want to find y, you should know the property. It's a cyclic quadrilateral. All four sides are touching the circle. Okay, then this is heights and distance. Same, in heights and distance, diagram is not given. There's no diagram. Draw the diagram. Simple diagram, right angle diagram, and see how many right angles you have to draw, whether one or two. Okay, 15 meters away from the pole. So which height is value is given? You'll have to check that whether base is given, hypotenuse or height, perpendicular, whichever value. Then these three questions. One mean question, basic question I've given. Okay, the formula, I'll tell you the formula is mean is equals to sum of observation divided by number of observation. Only for 1 mark, try this question. Fine, we'll start with new chapter, quadratic. Exercise 5a, quadratic equation. Okay, all of you concentrate, students. It's a very easy chapter, very easy calculation. It's a scoring subject chapter. Okay, so all of you will concentrate. Quadratic equation. See, before this we had linear inequation, linear simultaneous linear inequation. So quadratic equation is not linear inequation is nothing but, see, if I take ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Okay, what's the degree given here? What's the degree for all these values? Degree is 1. So whenever it comes to linear inequation, the degree is always 1. Degree is 1, which means the value of x will have only one value, students. One value. When it comes to quadratic equation, or this, we call this as solution. We call it as solution, answer, or root. Basically, in equation, we call it as root. This is the meaning. Root is nothing but the solution or answer. Solution set or answer. X is equals to 1. For example, x is equals to x plus 3 is equals to 5. How do you solve for x? X is equals to 5 minus 3. X is equals to 2. What is the degree of x, students? What's the degree of x? 1. Here, what's the degree given? Degree is 1. Therefore, the answer is also only one value, right? Value is 1. The answer is 2, but the value we have only one value. Now, when it comes to quadratic equation, it is of the same type, but it will have two answers. The degree will be 2. That is known as quadratic equation. The general equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Okay. Can you see the highest degree? Tell me which one has the highest degree here. Which one has highest degree in this equation? X. What's the degree of x? Is 2. So this is the equation, and x should not be equal to 0. This is the concept you'll have to remember. They might ask for MCQ. X should not be equal to 0. The reason is, if x is equal to 0, if you substitute here a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c. Now can you see the degree? The degree is gone. The degree has no more 2, right? Degree is no more 2, students. So therefore you can't take x as 0. Apart from 0, it can have any other number. Okay, now if you solve this, look here. A into 0 is 0, plus b into 0 is 0, plus c is equals to 0. So entire equation is gone. We don't have degree left. Degree 2 is gone. Fine. So therefore, this is the general equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. In that, the degree is 2. So what do you mean by degree 2? Degree 2 is nothing but you'll have two answers for this. You'll have two answers. For example, I'll give an equation. Ax plus bx square plus c plus c square. So total how many equations do we have here? How many equations, students? How many terms do we have? Sorry, how many terms do we have? 4 terms. So you have to factorize this. Factorize in the sense you have to group it. Last year, do you remember 9th standard we studied this? You have to group. In the first group, which is common? In the first group, which is common? What is remainder? A plus B. In the second group, sorry, A plus BX is common. Second one, what is common? A and B. Then in bracket, A plus A plus B. So let me do one thing. I'll take X here. I'll take X. Now, which is common to them, students? What is common? Again, we have two equations. What is common? A plus B is common in bracket. X plus. So according to quadratic equation, right hand side there is 0. So if you evaluate this 0, you'll get both the equations. You'll have two answers here. Two answers. Okay. You'll have two answers. This is known as quadratic equation. Look at the degree of the question. Which one at degree 2 here? Which one at degree 2? A and B. Therefore, the solution also will be 2. You'll have two solutions. Fine. This we call it as product rule. Product rule is 0. I'll explain that later. Just remember the answers. You'll have two values, students. Usually we'll get two values if the degree is 2. That's it. Next. To explain in simple way, x is equals to 2. Okay. What is the value of x here? X is equals to 2. If you want to find the value of x square, what are we supposed to do? If you want to find x square, what do? You have to square it on both the sides. So x square is equals to how much? If x is 2, x square is equals to 2 square is 4. So how many times 2 is multiplied here? How many times 2 is multiplied? Twice, right? So therefore, whenever x is multiplied twice, the other side value also you'll have two values. So we have 2 twice. So degree 2 meaning is you'll have two answers. This answer we call it as root. The other word given is root or solution. The answer whatever we get, we call this as root or solution. Fine, that's it. To solve it is simple. We call it as root and solution. And there are two methods to find the answers. Usually they'll tell you to find the root and solution. So far, whatever we have solved for all the mathematics question, they always tell us to find the value of x. They'll give any one linear inequation or quadratic equation, we have to find the value of x. The answer whatever you get for the value of x, the answer what you get, we call it as root or solution. Okay, these are the two different names they've given, root and solution. So next. Okay, next is a into b is equals to 0. What is there in between a and b, students? Which sign is present in between a and b? Multiplication. This is nothing but a. Just assume a is equals a into b is 0, students. So how many values do we have on the left hand side? Total 2 values. This is nothing but a is equals to 0 or b is equals to 0. The meaning of this is, let a be any value. If you put b is equals to 0, left hand side should be equal to right hand side. A into 0 is 0 into 0. Fine. Next, you can take even b as 0. Let me keep b as it is. If you take a as 0, if I equate it, b into 0 is equals to 0. Left hand side is equals to right hand side. So whenever two values are multiplied, remember this, whenever two values are multiplied, in mathematics we call multiplication as product. So this is known as zero product rule. Zero product rule. When two values are multiplied, you take it as 0 and find the answer. Okay, we take it as 0 and find. Okay, now x minus 5 into x minus 3. X plus 3 is equals to 0. How many values are there, students? Total, how many brackets do we have? Two brackets. And what's the sign in between? In between multiplication. So we use zero product rule. The meaning of zero product rule is take the first bracket, x minus 0 is equals to 5, comma, take the second one, x plus 3 is equals to 0. You'll have, as I told you, you'll have two equations. Okay, you'll have two answers. What's the answer here? If minus 5 goes to the other side, it becomes plus 5. And if minus 3 goes to the plus 3 goes to the other side, you get minus 3. So how many answers we got for the value of x? 2, right? 5 and 3. Now wait, let me write an equation for this. See, we started with x minus 3, x plus 3. What are the answers for this? What are the two answers we have? 5 and minus 3. In terms of quadratic, we call it as root or solution. What do we call them? Root or solution. So we have two roots here, students. Two roots or two solution. Now what we'll do? This equation, x minus 5, x minus 3. Use bracket rule. Do you all know how to use bracket rule? How do you multiply them? X into x plus 3 minus 5 into, yeah, there is no place down, so I'm just writing it above. Then when you multiply, what do you get? x square plus 3x minus 5x 15. Next, what is plus 3x and minus 5x? X square. What is plus 3 minus 5x? What is plus 3 minus 5x? Minus 2x minus 15. Can you see? We got the equation, right? So I took a random value, students. I took a random value. This is the actual question. This is the actual question. That's the reason I took some random value and I tried to explain in this way. Okay, look here, factorization. We have used factorization method here. Factorization. I'll teach you this factorization. So whatever question we have x square minus 2x minus 15, right? What do you call this kind of equation when the degree is 2? What do you call? What is it? What's the chapter's name? Call it as quadratic equation. Yes, it is a quadratic equation where the degree is 2. Okay, where the degree is 2, we call quadratic, and this should be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Right? Compare this with the equation. What is the value of a, students? What's the value of a? A is equals to 1. B is equals to what? Ignore this x. Ignore x and x. Take this. Okay, what is c? Minus 15. With this one equation, I'll show you both the methods. It is very simple to understand. Let me take this equation. X square minus 2x minus 15. Right? This middle this middle term I have to split. Quadratic equation. This middle term, if I split, what's the equation we got, students? X square plus 3x minus 5x minus 15. Right? Then what do we do? After this, what's the next step? You have to group it into two values. What is common? X in bracket you get x plus 3. Then take the first sign. Take the first sign minus. What is common? 5 is common. 5 is common in bracket x plus 3. Then again what is common here, students? X plus 3 into x minus 5. So if you want to convert into quadratic equation, if you want to find the solution, we have two equations here. X is equals to 0. Then we use zero product rule. That is nothing but take x plus 3 is equals to 0, x minus 5 is equals to 0. What's the answer for x? Minus 3. X is equals to x is minus 3. These are the two solutions, students. Solutions. See, the same one, whatever right answer is solved, same thing. So this method is known as factorization. Okay, we have factorized this middle term. Look, the main concept here is there are two types. One is factorization method, other one is formula method. Formula method already I have taught you all. In banking or some chapter we have done formula method. This is factorization. I'll explain in detail. This is factorization. So what are the two answers we have? What's the degree, students? What's the highest degree in this equation? Square. So which means x should have how many values? X should have two values. What are the two values we got? What are the two solutions? Yeah, this is known as solution. And so why do we call this solution or root? We call it as solution or root. The reason is, look here, I'll erase all these things. I'll erase all this. Fine. Now this is the equation we have. This is the equation is equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation. We have two solutions. Two solution, or you call it as root. Root or solution. Now what you'll do is, let us take 5 students. Let us take 5, we'll put in place of x. Right hand side, what do we have? Right hand side, 0. So you have to prove them. So these are the two possible answers. Apart from this, if I take x is equals to 2, I will not get 0. Let's check. So we'll take 5. If I take 5 here, what do I get? Minus 2 into 5, minus 15. Tell me the answer, 25. What is minus 2 into 5? Minus 10 minus 15. How much is 25 minus 10? 15. 15 minus 15. What do we get? 0. Right? So therefore, which value satisfies the equation? Which answer we put? X is equals to 5. Right? So that is the root. That's the root. We proved it. Next, we'll take x is equals to minus 3. Minus 3 the whole square. 2 into minus 3 minus 15. Okay, what is minus 3 the whole square? 9. Then minus into minus is plus 6. 2 threes are 6. You have to multiply. Minus into minus plus 2 threes are 6. Minus 15. How much is 9 plus 6? 15 minus 15 is 0. So therefore the value satisfied, right? Yes. So 3 and 5 and minus 3 are the two root students, are the two values of x. That's the reason I put in place of x. Apart from these two, you take any number, the values you will not get 0. And you shouldn't take 0. As I told you all, never take 0. You should never assume x to be 0. Okay, x is never equal to 0. Fine. Apart from that, let us take any value. Now let us put x is equals to 2. 2 square minus 2 into 2 minus 15 is equals to 0. 2 square is 4. 4 minus 15 is equals to 0. What's the answer? Positive 4, negative 4 gets cancelled. Are we getting 15? Is left hand side equal to right hand side? No. Therefore, apart from minus 3 and 5 students, they are known as root or solution. Basically answer. They are the values for x. Okay. In this entire quadratic equation, what do you call variables and which one you call constant? What is variable and constant? Variables are alphabets. Constants are numbers. So which is variable here? X and these two are variables. What do you mean by variable, students? What is variable? The values keeps on, their value keeps on varying. So can you see for both the values, how many values we took here? Minus 3 and 5. So in mathematics, alphabets are known as variables. The values will keep on varying. If you put minus 3, the value is getting, the equation is getting satisfied. Left hand side is equals to right hand side. If you put 5, it's same. Apart from these two, no other numbers will give you 0. That's the concept of quadratic equation. Okay, apart from these two values, no other number will give you 0. So you'll have two types of question. They will always tell you to find solution. That's one question. They'll give you an equation like this. They'll tell you to find the solution. Right? They'll tell you to find the solution. The second type is they'll give you solution and they'll ask you to check whether it is a quadratic equation or not. These are the two types of questions you'll get. So if they give you solution, if they already give you solution or answer, just put it in this quadratic equation. Check whether you're getting left hand side and right hand side as 0. Which means they are the solutions. If you're not getting 0, they're not the solution. That is one type. The second type is they won't give answer. They won't give answer. They'll just give a question like this. Fine. If they give question, we have to solve it. We have to solve. You'll get x value, 2 values for x. And to solve this and find the solution, you have two methods. First method is factorization. The second method is formula method. Okay, the second one is formula method. Fine. Factorization I'll teach now. The next one is formula method. We use formula. Fine. Can you tell me what's the answer we got here, students? What's the answers we got here? 3 and? Yeah, minus 3 and 5. These two satisfy, right? Yes or no? I want you all to respond. These are the two answers we got. Now look here. Factorization. This left hand side, whatever we did is factorization. X square plus 3. The middle term is split. Okay, middle term. I'll teach you all now. That is one method. Factorization is one. The other one is quadratic equation. Okay. Just ignore the answer. Ignore this answer. We already know it is minus 3 and 5. Just ignore. Let me take this equation. What's the general equation we have? Ax square plus bx plus e is equals to 0. Now formula method. In banking, when we did banking, I taught you all formula method. In that, what's the formula to find the value of x, students? Minus b. How many of you will remember? Plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So we have two methods, factorization, the other one is formula. This is formula method. Now compare this equation and tell me what's the value of a, students. What is a? A is equals to 1. What is b? Minus 2. What is c? Minus 15. Let us substitute and check whether we are getting this answer. Fine. X is equals to minus b is given. Minus into minus 2 plus minus 2 the whole square minus. This is in your second exercise. So I'll explain both. Okay. After that, we'll start solving question. That's it. This is all about quadratic equation. We have to just find the value of x, students. You'll have two values. You have to find both. That is quadratic. Minus 4 into what is a? 1 into c is minus 15 divided by 2 into 1. All of you unmute and answer. What do you get for this? Minus into minus is 2 plus minus square root of 4. What is minus 4 into 1 into minus 15? Yeah, be quick. Minus into minus is plus 4 into 15 is 60 divided by 2. Then how do we solve? 2 plus minus what is 60 plus what's the square root of 64? We have 8. So how many values? There is plus and minus here. So for plus it is like this, and for minus it is 2 plus 6, 8, 5. X is equal to 5. Next, you won't get plus 5 minus 5. That's not the concept, Lemula. You won't get exactly plus 5 and minus 5. What's the answer? X is 5 and x is minus 3. Can you see the answer here? We got same answer. Understood what is quadratic equation? All of you understood quadratic? Okay, what about Joanna, Tanishka, Naomi? This is quadratic equation, students. Look, minus 3 and 5. Very simple concept. Here, just because root 68, square root of 64 is 8. It was a simple number. What about square root of 17148? If these values are given, which method do we use? Remember long division method? Yes, long division. Okay, long division. This is quadratic. It is very simple. You all already know how to solve this. This comes in exercise. Which one is this? 5b. Fine, 5b. Now 5a. We'll get back to 5a. Just because we studied, I taught you all this quadratic first. I just explained it. Fine. So there are two methods. One is quadratic, solving quadratic using formula, and the other one is factorization. Now let's take the first question. What is given here? Find which of the following are the solution. What do you mean by solution, students? Final answer, right? Isn't it final answer? So what did I tell? If they give you all the answers, what you have to do? They've already given answer and they've given an equation. What you have to do? You have to check whether it is. Yes, unmute and answer. You have to check which of the three are solutions. So take 1 by 2 and substitute. Check whether you're getting 0. 1 by 2 the whole square. In place of x, you have to substitute 1 by 2 minus 2, 0. Try this. So they have given us three answers. They didn't tell us to find the answer. They have given three answers. Substitute all three. Check in which one you're getting 0. So that will be the solution for x. Yes, what did you all get? Left hand side. All of you will try it. Minus 1 into minus 4 is. So what you get? 3 minus 5 is. Are you getting 0 or minus 1? So do you think this is a solution? Is it a solution? So you should write left hand side is not equal to right hand side, students. Right? Left hand side is not equal to RHS. RHS. Therefore, you have to prove that half is a solution or not. So you have to write, therefore, 1 by 2 is not a solution. Is not a solution. Which means 1 by 2 is not a value of x. If it was value of x, definitely you would have got 0. The one which I explained in 5 and minus 3 concept. Okay, try the next one. Minus 1. Substitute minus 1. Joanna, Naomi, did you all complete? Lemula? Are you all trying it? Okay, try the next one, students. Minus 1 by 2 the whole square. Minus into minus 1 by 2 minus 2. Third question for homework. And Naomi, last year did you study factorization? You joined in the last. I don't know whether I taught you. Yes, Mariana. First multiply, Mariana. What is minus 1 by x the whole square? When you multiply, what do you get? Minus will become plus 1 by. No, no. Why did I put 1 by x? It is what's the value? 1 by 2. Okay, what do you get? 1 by 4. What is minus into minus? Plus 1 by, sorry, 1 by 2 minus 2 by 1. So what's the LCM? Open 3. What's the LCM? So 3 plus 1 minus open 2. How come minus 2, Mariana? LCM. After you take LCM, you don't multiply. Next. Next. 3 plus 1 is? What is 0 by 2? 0 is equals to 0. Therefore, minus 1 by 2 is solution or not? It is the solution. It is the answer. Basically, the value of x, students. Okay. So here x will have two values. In that, we got to know that minus 1 by 2 is the solution. X value. Lemula, Naomi, are you getting right in this LCM? Joanna? Hmm? If not, I'll teach again, students. Look, Mariana, Joanna, Lemula, Naomi. Whenever you correct your papers, you all are able to do the questions. Your concept is correct. Everything is fine. Basic calculation, you all are going wrong. Plus, minus, LCM. The difference between y'all and other students are the basic calculation. Even y'all are able to do, understand, everything is fine. Only mistake is basic calculation is going wrong. Multiplication, LCM, all those things. Other students are able to do it right, so the answer is correct. Okay, so that's the only thing. You'll have to do take the LCM properly, check minus into minus sign, plus into minus, all those things and solve it. Completed? Done. Will you try the third question for homework? Third one? Yeah, substitute the third one and check 2 by 3 square and do all those things. Here, say even the second one is same students. What is given? Determine whether x minus 1 by 3 and x by 2 are what? Solution of the equation. So what do you think? Are the answers already given? They've already given us two values, right? X values. So what did I tell you? If value is given, what you have to do? If value is already given, you have to just substitute. Okay. Response students, did you understand? If value is given, what we do? X. We substitute in the place of x. Fine. 9x square minus 3x. Lemula. How many x values are given? So what will you do? Will you take like this and substitute 1 by 3 here and 2 by 3 here? Is it correct? If you do like this, you'll get 0. Okay. We have two equations. How many questions you have to try? Two questions. Two equations. So take 3 minus 1 by 3 minus 2 is equals to 0. This is for the first one. For the first one. And for second one, copy the question again. X into 2 by 3 the whole square minus 3 into 2 by 3 minus 2. So you have to get both as 0, students. If you get both 0, the answer is they are the solutions. Fine. Which means they are the solution. Okay. Fine. Here, what about these questions? Is any solution is given or we need to find? Is any solution given or we need to find it? Yes, tell me from third main onwards. Solution given or we have to find it? Find the value of x. We have to find? Yes. So what are the two types we have to find the values? What are the two types we use? Factorization and formula method. So formula method, next exercise, now factorization. Okay, look at the first question, third main. Take the third question, 16x square is equals to 25. Look, right hand side, there shouldn't be any number. Always compare it with the formula, students. Yeah, Joanna, tell me what is the basic quadratic formula? What's the equation I gave? What is the equation, Joanna? Hmm. No, no, equation. I'm asking equation. Quadratic equation. I gave some equation like this, right? No, no, there is no minus. You have taken wrong. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Write it down. I think you're not writing, just sitting and watching. All the values. Okay. Make a note of it. Everything is positive, students. Ax square plus bx plus c is 0. All of you will make a note of this. We'll start solving the question. Fine. Copy the question. We'll solve after break. Take break. We'll start at 7. Till here, is it clear? All the concepts you'll understand. Whatever I told, you'll understand. Is it okay? See, if you have any confusion, students, we'll solve 4 or 5 questions. Then you all will understand. Fine. So it is very simple concept. Fine. We'll continue at 7. Yes, students, shall we solve? First question. All of you online? Oh, look here. According to this quadratic equation, Naomi, Joanna, did you write it? Mariana, Lemula, quadratic equation. See, everything is positive, students. Both are positive. Ax square plus bx plus c. Remember like this. Take ABC. Okay, ABC. In AB and A and B, x is present. The first will be square. It's very easy. A, B, and C. This formula is very important. Only with the help of formula, you'll be able to solve the questions. Fine. Next, put x for both the values, and both are positive. Only the first one will have degree 2. That's it. Now compare this equation. All the values should be on the left hand side. All the values should be on left hand side. 16x square. Is anything given for bx? In place of bx, is anything given? No, right? So minus 25 is equals to what? 0. We have to factorize. We have to factorize. Look, I'll show you what is factorization and what are the different types. Last year we studied that. Okay. And this year, actually from past 2 days, I'm teaching that for 9th standard, factorization. We'll just quickly solve one or two questions. You'll have an idea. Look here, factorization. Fine. So here, look at this. First question, you'll have like this: two values is equals to 0. Can you see the degree? What's the degree we have, students? Which one has highest degree here? The degree is 2. Now we have to factorize. Total we have two equations. What is common to them? What is common? How do you find common? Look here, I'll tell. First take the numbers. Take 5 and 20. Right? 5 ones are 5, 4s are. Anything common for 1 and 4? Nothing is common, right? So what's the common factor for numbers? 1 and 25. Go with alphabets. Next we have alphabets here. X square and x is given. So what we do with alphabet is, Naomi, which one has least degree? X square or x? Which has least degree? X. Right? So for numbers, we use HCF method, students. Highest common factor like this. Then we take alphabets. For alphabets, we go with the least degree or whichever has less degree. Okay, whichever has less degree, we take that x. Next, once you take this x out, do you think y is common to them? Is y common? Is y common? No, right? Y is not common. So in bracket, what you have to write? In bracket, remainder. You have to write the remainder. How will you find the remainder, students? Take the first value, 5x square divided by the common factor. 5 and 5 gets cancelled. What is x square minus 1? X, right? So what you do for according to exponents? Last time you studied exponents, students. Division, what you do for division? Do you add the first or add the x? See, this is very basic. Some of you all might know, some of you would have forgotten. I'll start from the beginning. Then how do you get the next remainder? Which one you have to take? No, no. Minus 20x with the sign divided by 5x. 5 ones are 5 fours, x and x gets cancelled. What's the value? Minus 4y is equals to 0. This is how you solve quadratic equation. Fine. You'll have two equations. But here the only thing is x is present here, but we have x and y here. In quadratic equation, you won't have y. You'll just have the value of x. Fine. You'll just have the value of x. So your answer would be like this. Okay, this is how we solve quadratic equation. This is one way. Next. Back to this question. 16x square minus 20 minus 25. How many terms do we have here, students? How many terms do we have? Total? Two terms, right? Now here, is anything common to them? Do you think anything is common? Nothing is common. So we use another type called a square minus b square concept. The first, remember, first concept is normal factorization. Previously, what I showed. Second concept is a square minus b square. For a square minus b square, how many values you have to have? How many values you have? Two values. And what's the sign in between? Sign in between is minus, and the degree should be here. X has degree 2 students. X has degree 2, but 16 doesn't have degree 2. How will I convert 16? Is it a perfect square? Yes. Is it a perfect square? 16 is a perfect square, right? Okay. So ninth, whoever concentrated, whoever did well, now it is very easy for you all to solve. See, I'll tell you all. 1 square is equals to 1, 2 square is equals to 4, 3 square is 9. Yeah, I need you all to tell me the direct answer, students. 149, what will be the next value? All of you unmute and answer. What is 4 square? 16. Next. 25. 36. Next. 49. 54. 81. Next. 100. So 121, 144. Up to 15 you all have to remember. Okay, up to 15. Now if I take 36, students, 36. 36 is a perfect square for which one? 6. So can I write 36 as 6 square? Right? Yeah. So now 16 is given. What should I write 16 as? 4 square minus what? 25? 5 square. Here 4 and x is given. Square is common. Remember this rule. What's the answer for AB the whole square? What's the answer for this? A square B square. So if square is common, can we write it together? Yeah, that is what we have to do here. You have to write 4x together outside x. First step. Isn't it looking like a square minus b square? So what's the answer? 4x plus 5 into 4x minus 4x minus 5. And I told you all a rule. A into b is equals to 0. Zero product rule. What is zero product rule? A can be 0 and yes. So here the first equation, this is how you have to do. Take first equation is equals to 0, comma. Second equation is equals to 0. Complete this question. Find the value of x, you will get two answers. That's it. Factorization method is done. And quadratic, we already know that how to solve quadratic. Completed, find the value of x. So when there are two terms, use a square minus b square concept, students. When there are four terms, use grouping method. Group the values and solve it. Right hand side is not required. Right hand side calculation is not required. Just this left hand side. Try to complete this. And okay. Once you are trying to split it, mention here by zero product rule. You have to mention this in bracket by zero product rule. Then find the value of x. You can take up to 225. 15 square. I don't think. And Mariana, which chapter you have for integers tomorrow? Okay, quadratic. See, factorization I'll teach. We'll complete now. You remember quadratic, this one, formula method? Okay, practice that. Fine. And shares and dividend, you have to do it on your own, Mariana. See, don't worry about midterm students. Midterm project, our main focus is final exam. Okay, if not, I would have completed. We took almost 2.5, 3 weeks to complete, 4 weeks, 1 month to complete those two chapters. Okay, if you want me to rush and do it quick, I can skip and make you all solve. But from midterm point of view, it's not important. Final exam. Okay, solve this equation. 4x is equals to minus 5. X is equals to minus 5 by 4. And writing this 0 is mandatory. From the right, from the first till the last, you have to write this 0. And for final exam, you'll get one question. Board exam, 3 marks or 4 marks students. One question from quadratic. All of you all completed? Done? Lemula finished? Have you written? Okay. Naomi, Lemula, Joanna, if you'll have any doubts, get it clarified, students. Naomi, did you understand? Yeah, don't take it up to the last and ask doubts. We won't have time. Whatever it is, let me know. I'll teach it. Okay, tell me the second question, students. Second question, how do I solve x square plus 2x is equals to 24? Which side should I shift this 24? X square plus 2x minus. Okay, how many equations do we have here? How many terms do we have here? How many terms? Left hand side, how many terms do we have? 3 terms, right? So look here, I'll tell you the different types of questions, students. You'll have two types, 2 terms. This is one type of question. Then in 2 terms, you'll have a normal question. For example, 5x plus 3x. What is common to them? What is common? X is common. The answer is 5 plus. Okay, let me write x square. What's the answer, students? 5 plus 3x, right? 5 plus 3x. This is one question when you have 2 terms. The second type of question in 2 terms is a square minus b square. We'll have 25x square plus 9. How do you solve this question? Sorry, minus 9. How do you solve this, students? Yes, unmute and answer. How will you convert this 25? You have to write it as minus. Then the answer is 5x plus 3 into 5x minus 3 is equals to 0. So how many equations will you take here? 5x plus 3 is equals to 0. This is one equation. X is equals to what? Minus 3 goes to the other side. Sorry, plus 3 goes to the other side. Minus 3 by 5. And here what do we get, students? Here what do you get? If you equate it to 0, very good. 3 by 5. Can you see we have two equations? Right? Okay, so two terms. In two terms, you'll have two questions. I mean, two types like this, students. Two terms. Next. This is easy to solve. It's a normal method. We use normal method or a square minus b square. The next one is four terms. When there are four terms of the question is given in four terms. Do we have any question? Four terms. No, usually here you don't have four terms. Look, here we have four terms question. Look at the 10th question. Look at the 10th one, all of you all. A square plus 2a square plus 5a plus 10. Total how many terms do we have? Total how many terms, students? Four terms. If there are four terms, how do you solve? You have to group into two values. Group into two. A square is common. A plus 2. Here 5 is common. A plus 2. So you'll get a plus 2 is common. A square plus 5. This is how we solve when there are four terms. Okay, so remember you'll have two terms, four terms. These two are easy. Two terms and four terms is easy. For 10th standard, most of the questions will have three terms like this, three terms. So here we use a method called product and sum rule. Sum product or product and sum. So what does that mean? You have to keep the first one and the third term as it is. This middle term you have to split. That's the concept. You have to split this middle term into how many parts? Into how many parts, students? Middle term has to get split into two parts so that you can group like this, right? We can group it, right? This is most important as well as tough to solve. In factorization, this is the toughest part where you have three terms. You have to split the middle. Okay, I'll explain this middle. For this, we use a concept called product sum rule. Product sum rule. That is nothing but take the middle term. Before that, multiply the first and last, students. When you multiply the first and last, what do we get? What is x square into minus 24? It is minus. Yes, unmute and answer. What is x square into minus 24? Minus 24x square, right? So when you multiply, you should get this. When you add or subtract, you should get the middle term 2x. When you add or subtract, you should get the middle term. That's the meaning of product and sum. Product sum rule. So always take the first and last one. Take the first and last, multiply them. You have minus 24x. Now I'll tell you how to split it. Minus 24x is given. Find the factors of 24, students. How do you find the factors of 24? 1 into 24. Next, go with 1 to 9. See, 1 to 9. Divide 1 to 9 all by 24. 1 into 24. Next, 2 into 2 into 12. Next, 3 8s are 24. Next, 4. 5 doesn't go. Right? Naomi, Joanne, I want you all to answer. After 4, 5 doesn't go. What about 6? What about 6, students? So we have already written, right? 4 into 6 and 6 into 4 is same. I don't have to repeat again. 7, you don't have to write. 7 doesn't go. 8. 8 is already given. 3 into 8. Don't have to repeat again. 9, 10. That's it. So what are the four factors we have? 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8 and 4 into 6. These are the four pairs we have to use. So which out of these four pair will give plus 2x? This is the concept, students. Yeah, basically the number. Forget about x here. Basically, which of these two things will give plus 2? When you add and subtract. When you add and subtract. Yes, 4 and 6 will give. Okay, let us take 1 and 24. When you add and subtract, you should get plus 2. Let me take plus 1 plus 24. What are we getting? We are getting 25, right? Yes, I want you all to answer. Are we getting 25 here when you add them? Right? So I'll take plus 1 minus 24. Now what do you get? What is plus 1 minus 24? What are we getting? Minus 23. We don't need minus 23. What do we need? What's the middle term we have? Plus 2. Next, take 3 and 8 students. What about 3 and 8? Not 3 and 8. Minus 1 is gone. Now let me take minus 1 minus 24. Are we getting plus 2 here? Unmute the call and answer. Naomi, Lemula, Mariana. We're not getting. What are we getting, students? We're getting minus 25. We're not getting 2. So 1 and 24 doesn't go. What about 2 and 12? No, right? If you add, what you get? 2 and 12. If you add them, you get 15. If you subtract, you get 10. That's it. Don't write and check. Just check. Take 3 and 4. When you add, what you get? 3 and 4, you get 11. When you subtract, you get, what do we get? 5. So it's of no use. There's only one last pair left, 4 and 6. Do you add or subtract, you get 2. When you add or subtract, which one gives 2? When you subtract. So here, if you have doubts, look here. Go with all the values. Take minus 6, minus 4. Minus 4 plus 6. One positive, one negative. Both positive. Tell me which among these 4 gives plus 2, students. Which one gives plus 2? Minus 4 plus 6 will give plus 2. Is this clear? Did you all understand, all of you all? Tell me, if not, I'll explain. Naomi, Mariana, clear? Minus 2 will give you plus 2, right? Minus 4. So this plus 2 will get split into what values? Minus 4x plus 6x. Understood, all of you all? Any doubts in this? Product and sum rule, students. Any doubts in product and sum rule? Okay, now how many terms we got? We got 4 terms, group like this. Now tell me the common values in the first one. X into x minus 4. Next, tell me the next one, student. The first sign is plus. What is common to this? No, you can't directly take 6. You have to factorize. How do you factorize? 2 3s are. Tell me, Lemula. 2 3s are, 2 12s are. Next, 3 1s are. So what is common to them? 3 2s are. You have to multiply this. 3 2s are 6. So if you know how to do it directly, you can use direct method. If not, go like this. Do it like this, student. 6. In the bracket, will you get x minus 4 or x plus 4? It is x minus 4. Now, what is common? Next, what's the next step? If you want to find the value of x, which rule do we apply? What's the name I gave? Zero product rule. According to zero product rule, what are the two equations? X minus 4 is equals to 0 and by zero product rule. So what is the value of x, students? Minus 4 goes to the other side, plus 4. Here, plus 6 goes to the other side, minus 6. This is the answer. We used product sum rule. When there are 3 terms, this is how you solve. Okay, completed. I'll give 2 questions for homework. Adya, did you understand? Ivania, Adya, Tanishka, all of you got it? Okay, fine. Only the product rule is a bit difficult, student. You have to factorize. It could take some time. Complete it. I'll give 2 questions. Okay. Try the 6th and 7th one for homework. 6th and 7th. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll write it and send. Along with this, I'll give you one from the previous chapter. I'll give one question. Yes, students done? Completed? Done? Okay, middle term. And one more thing, this middle term, you can even write it like this. You'll get the same answer. You could have even written plus 6x first minus 4x minus 24. Look. So the middle term, you can take it however you want. You'll get the same answer. You can write plus 6x minus 4 or minus 4x plus 6x. Okay. Fine. Homework question I'll send. I'll send 2 or 3 questions. You'll have to complete. Complete that and send it. And yeah, these students, Joanna, Naomi, you'll have to do the test paper and send it. Mariana, Joanna, Naomi. Fine. Tomorrow I'll discuss. Yeah. I'll correct it and discuss the question paper tomorrow. Fine. That's it for today. You all can leave, students. You all can leave.